did you become a weatherman?
Usually with most meteorologists, there is an interest early in life. Usually at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, there is a hurricane, a tornado somewhere in your general vicinity. For me, it was a snowstorm. It was the blizzard of 78. I was a kid. I was off from school Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So while doing all of that and being in that storm, I realized, wow, this is really cool that I have 4 consecutive snow days. And how could it please happen again? So I went to the library, started reading books about weather. Had a weather station in my backyard when I was 13, started watching the Weather Channel, and I was hooked. And searched around for colleges that had meteorology, figuring if I really enjoy weather that much, I might as well have it as a job someday. And got lucky enough to find a job right out of school.
Did you hear about the Special Olympics?
When I came to work at Channel 9 back in 2005, they were 5 or 6 years in to doing this crazy thing where they jump into the ocean. And somehow, I don't know, I think Chris Jarzinka, the morning meteorologist before me, had done it the year before, and so they figured they would ask me to do it. And I'm like, okay. It originally started as jumping in once on a Sunday, and now it has dovetailed into doing high school plunges. I plunged 11 different times that weekend this year.
Oh my goodness.
And it's not just going in, it's the coming out and the clock running for 4 minutes for the next wave to go in, and you're just standing there, soaked. That's probably the toughest part. But it's fun. It raises an incredible amount of money for an organization that stays incredibly local. And we love doing it.
What college did you go to?
Linden State College. This is in northern Vermont. I grew up in southern Connecticut. And so I lived most of my life in Connecticut. I went to school in Vermont, and my first job was in Iowa. And the second week I was there, we dealt with tornadoes. And so when you're from Connecticut and go to school in Vermont, what do you really know about tornadoes? And you're on the air for about 4 or 5 hours straight, walking these tornadoes across the state of Iowa.
Wow.
It was totally a learning experience.
How did you predict the weather map?
There's a couple of different things we use. We use what we like to call spaghetti on the computer screen, which are the computer maps. And these days, there's like 200 maps to look at every morning before I go on the air. Then we look at satellite pictures, which shows us where the clouds are and where they're going. And then we look at radar to show us where it's snowing and where it's headed, if it ever snows again.
Okay,
And
no more.
I know, okay. And so we use the combination of those 3 things and something very important that some people might forget. Sometimes you have to look out the window. It's kind of important. Because I could sit there and look at these maps all morning and they could all say cloudy, cloudy, cloudy. And if 5 minutes before the morning show I walk outside and I see the moon, it's not going to be all cloudy. So sometimes you just have to use the optics.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people ask you this. What time you get up in the morning?
Most people don't want the answer to that question because it is terrifyingly early. My alarm clock usually goes off at about 1:30 in the morning.
Thank you very much for the end of the question.
Fantastic.